Hello everyone, Dr. Lisa Thompson here of the Digital Marketing Doctor, and we're continuing our ongoing discussion on how to generate 2 to 3 leads per day using Google+. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about one of the most powerful tools Google+ has under its hood that will help you just turbocharge your lead generation efforts. If you do this step correctly, you're going to have people sending you leads rather than you seeking them out. It's a very, very powerful tactic. And what we're talking about is it's a strategic thinking called influencers. Okay? What you want to do is add influencers to your circles. Now, an influencer is not necessarily the expert. Okay? They are people who are experts at sharing information, but they know what they're talking about and they know what they're doing. So if you look, any major leader in any market or industry has influencers that get their message out. They utilize the influencers. And what you want to become in your market is to become an influencer. So there's a way that Google Plus allows you to do that, because a lot of you are probably thinking, gee doc, that's great, but how am I going to find influencers? This is where you're going to use the Google Ripple tool. Now the Google Ripple tool is very similar, and it takes the concept from, have you ever taken like a small rock or pebble and dropped it into the water, and you just see like it starts off with one little circle and then it keeps growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger? That's what Google Ripple is. And what Google Ripple does, I think I went a little bit too far back. Okay, I'm on the right page there. But what Google Ripples does is it's going to show you where you're going to find the influencers. Okay, so I will take you there in just a minute, but I'm just going to talk to you what is here on the page here. So you're going to see a diagram that shows you how a Google Plus post spreads as it's shared by others. And you can see it being shared because it's going to give you a timestamp, and it's going to show you over time how it spreads. It's going to be, you will find it in the drop-down box to the right of the post. It's not only going to show you who the top influencers are of that post, but the stats of how the post is spread, and if you really know you've got a truly viral post, if it's spread in different languages. So I'm going to pause the video and we're going to go visit a Ripple. Okay, here I am. I'm at Google Plus here, and what we're going to do is I have an influencer right now, and I recommend that you add this gentleman to your circles. His name is Rand Wilson, and he works at the interwebs. And what Rand does, and he has put this out, that if you share stuff with him and it's of high value, he does, I think, once a week, I know definitely once a month, he will say, he puts out recommended people to add to their circles, and he will list people based on the type of value they post. So please add him to your circles list. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to find here an example of Ripple. Now the only way you're going to see the Ripple work is if you're going to see any number in here. This is your share button. So we're going to come down here and we're going to find anything. What's he been sharing? This is a good one right here. The Han Solo Carbonite light switch. All right, that's a Star Wars one. As you can see, he's got 15 shares. So let's see who is sharing that. So I'm going to click on this little arrow here, and I'm going to click on View Ripples. Now you can see here, I'm going to adjust the screen. Okay. And we have here, we have the comments. Now you can see who's all, Rand originated this this particular, did he? Yes, he's the one who started this post. So, and he wound up having other people. David reshared it, and this is another direct reshare, and then another girl reshared. So these are the three that broke off from Rand that did the sharing, and then in turn, Robert Burns, who's in David Anderson's circle, reshared, and Carrie down here, she had 3 people in her circle share it. So I'm just going to, okay, you can see here I can adjust how big or little it is. So I'm going to go outside the screen here. And now I'm going to show you in, this is kind of the spread of this post. Now you can't see it because it's out of the screen, but you can see the time, and if you've got a really popular post, you can see how it just spreads, and it's so cool. So you can look here, and it tells you also with the graph how many shares are over time. Now down here, these are the influencers. So you can see Jennifer Field, she's at the very bottom there, but you've got 4 people who shared the post, and there are 3 people in Carrie's group that shared and 3 in Rand's. And then you can see here, you know, it's just been shared via those in English language. So this is a really cool tool to really assess how effective your content is being posted. And so what you can do is that if you can do tests. So if you're going through and you're checking your content, and if you're finding that maybe, you know, short posts on a particular value with a hashtag is getting a high number of shares with a cool infographic or a cool graphic, then you want to do more of those types of posts because they're going to wind up giving you the most value. So I'm going to quick pause the video, and we're going to go back to the slides, and I'm going to show you the 3-step process of connecting with. Okay, we're back, and now I'm going to show you how to use Google Ripples to get influencers. So step 1, you're going to find an influencer. So you're going to find a leader in your industry, and you're going to see what they're sharing with their circles. So you want to look for a Ripple where the original poster has an account that has a reasonable following. And again, I want you to use Rand Wilson, or, you know, because he is connected with a whole bunch of folks from various different topics, various different backgrounds, and he's got some really interesting stuff that you can share from his site as well for as far as good content. So we're going to then go to step 2. Is once we get to step 2, you're going to make the connection. And that means you're going to look at the contact methods in the Google Plus profile. Normally, these influencers are going to have a pretty complete profile. They're going to have their social media profiles filled out. So you can go and you can look at their information, and you can see what they're doing, what you like, what inspired you, what was funny with their content. And then, you know, you want to contact them personally and say, hey, I noticed this, came across this share from you. I was interested. I found it funny. I wound up further exploring your Google Plus page, or I went to your Facebook page, and I noticed that, you know, you do XYZ. I really loved what I saw there. I thought your content was, you know, a mix. It was entertaining and informative. This was my favorite post. I would love to, I'm added you to my circle, and I would love to connect and talk with you more. Have a good day, Lisa. Now, how simple is that to send to somebody? Then what happens is once you've got your relationship set up, you know, you might have a couple exchanges, then you can ask them and say, hey, I created this this blog post on, you know, XYZ. Could you read it, and if you like it, share it with your circles? Then you can ask for them to share. So you want to set that information up first, because these influencers, you know, and especially if they're with, you know, some of the big industry leaders, they're getting spammed and link spammed a lot, and people are constantly bombarding them with for requests to join their business and do joint ventures. So if you're coming from a sincere intention that you really are interested in them and you really like their topic, chances are they're going to want to establish a connection and relationship with you as well. Which goes to step 3, which is rinse and repeat. So you want to continue to see who your leader is resharing. So you're going to want to find other influencers that leader is resharing and get them and connect with them. Because what you're doing is that if you are reaching out and you're connecting with those influencers and those influencers are sharing your content, the chances of the leader seeing your post will increase, and then they will share. And and some of these leaders might have 5, 10, maybe 15,000 in their circles. So think of the reach of your message that can get across. Now I know it's kind of hard to see with doing in looking at a PowerPoint slide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, and we're going to do one in real time here. We're going to find an influencer. So I am back to Rand Wilson's Google Plus page, and we're going to find an influencer here. So I'm just going to scroll down, and I am going to find something that has been shared. Okay. So as I'm going through, sorry, I didn't mean to cough there. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna look here for so I'm trying to find a good one here that has something with a mix of good content. Let me see. I'm gonna bring up. You can see he's got a really nice snark factor here going. Let me see. I found there was a really good one here on. Let me see if I can find it here. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta, it's like doing a little fishing, but it's also interesting, because this guy has so much. I see so many good things here I want to share, and put out on my pages here. So I'm just gonna scroll down. Let me see. I found a really good one from him. I'm gonna go back to. Is this the one? Well, that I had it good. That one. Okay, we'll do this one here. What the internet is doing to our brains. Okay, so what I'm looking for is the number 4 here. You're looking for shares here. So there's about 4 shares. So let's check and see who are in the ripples here. So I'm just going to bring this over. Oh boy, look at that. We've got, I'm going to have to do let's watch a spread of this post here. No, this is done. This was way back in when the Google Science Fair came out. Look at that. Wow. This is like, all right. So if I went in and I wanted to make this a little more, now let's see. Boy, I can't even find, this might almost be too big of a, but I'm going to check and see. I'm going to see who, all right. Well, you've got Spiegel Online. That's a huge German publication in Google Science Fair. That one might be a little bit too big for me. So I am just going to I'm going to go back to Rand here. And, sometimes it might be something where it's too big. Let's go back to Han Solo here. So I'm going to go and view the ripple. So we have, let's look at Marissa here. And I'm just going to do a open link in new tab. And I'm going to see how many people are in Marissa's circles. Ooh, look at that. We've got an influencer right here. Okay, she's got 11,000 people in her circles. So what I did is I created a separate circle and I added her to my influencers. So she's going to be one that I maybe would like to contact. So if I look here, look at all the, she's got a real nice page. If I go up here and I click on her about, okay, look what she has here. She is into SEO and she's into real estate. Okay. And you can look here, look at her other profiles. So you can go and you can read about some of the stuff that she does. So, and what else does she have here? So she might be someone that, I put in there. So I think I'm going to reach out to her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to her posts, and then I am going to, now if you can look here, look at all the beautiful, she adds this because she knows it's a, probably Star Wars geeks around. And she's got some really nice content here, doing her passions for setting up like conversation, funny real estate stuff, staging your home. I mean, look at that, you've got, oh, yeah, which of today's trends are the avocado greens of the 70s. So she's got some really nice information. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a contact. So I am going to go to my profile. I'm going to go to home here. And I'm going to make a contact since I have her in my influencer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hello, and then I'm going to put a plus because that's going to be directing. And I think that was, I'm going to make sure that is Melissa Morrow. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to type in M-E-L-I. Okay, so Melissa Morrow. Now I'm going to say hello, Melissa Morrow. I came across your profile when I saw your share of the frozen Han. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I'm using the same hashtag there. So I'm gonna come over here and Han Solo light fixture. I scanned your Google Plus profile, and I really loved reading your content, especially the picture where you talk about which, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to, it says that which flooring, about which real estate or house staging is a reminder of the avocados of the 1970s. I really liked that. I thought that was that struck me as funny. Okay, and I added you to my circle, and I hope to continue to and hope we can start and hope to learn more and want to learn more about you. Okay. Hope all is well. Or I'll just say hope. I'm not going to say that. Have a great day, Lisa. I'll just say Dr. Lisa. And now what this does is, if as long as I don't put public, this will be sent private. So then I'll just click share, and then I just sent her a private. I just sent her a private little message. That's all you have to do. And just find, spend a day, like I said, you don't want to do too many Google, adding too many people into a circle. So you might want to just delegate a day where, you might delegate one day, I'm just going to reach out to the influencers, okay? And I might spend one day where I'm going to delegate and reach out to some other people. But that's how simple that is. And in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about how you can use Google Events to promote your business. So I'll see you then.